That's it. Right,
can you see one of your leaflets?
yes, of course, yeah. Colleague's got one. Colleague's got one.
So the organisers for this event
I just spoke to me.
what's he saying?
He says he doesn't want me to get out.
What's your thoughts on that?
You get more information there.
I've heard the What's your thoughts on handing them out? Because essentially the thing we're concerned about is we don't want tension in the crowd. We don't want,
Well, I'm only giving you a couple of leaflets to take a picture.
Right.
They're not. I can put them anywhere as long as I'm not putting them into people's on their cars or that. It's totally legal, mate.
I know. I'm not disputing that. Our interest is just maintaining. We don't want tension in the crowd.
No worries,
we
mate.
don't want a simple act of handing out a leaflet to change the tone of things. That's where we're coming from.
Right, okay.
The organisers concerned about it. We want to raise the concern to make sure that.
Right, well, right.
The only thing we'd ask you is just be conscious that we don't want
Peaceful, we're being peaceful. We're just being peaceful, mate.
At the moment, nothing's changed that. So the only thing we really ask is just be conscious the leaflets might.
No worries. Well, we're not looking for a reaction, mate.
Let's try and avoid it.
Yeah, no worries.
You want a leaflet anyway? No one.
You've got one anyway. Put it through your gate to the sergeant when you get back to the office.
I am the sergeant too.
Oh, so you are. Sorry, sir.
So yeah.
I've not got your face up, it's just your voice I'm trying to capture.
I don't mind either way. You can film if you want to film.
So
we're coming from a very simple place. We don't want to introduce tension to the situation.
No problem, mate.
That dilutes people's message. It's not what anybody should be here to do.
It's all right.
If there's reactions in the crowd from a leaflet, it's hardly worth it. Just to be conscious of that.
Right, no worries.
Don't upset folk unnecessarily.
Okay, no bother. Yeah, thank you for that. Sky News. Sly. Here we are at the Cladhan Hotel in Falkirk, and we've got the usual suspects. The usual suspects have turned up. So it's the usual suspects posing as trade unionists, organised public sector workers standing up against ordinary people. They're a disgrace to the Scots. They are traitors to the Scots. So what's her name again, sorry? Laura Murdoch, and she's a councillor, SNP councillor, and traitor to the Scots, SNP Internationalist Party. She's independent, is she? Right, here he's trying to cause trouble. Hold it tight. Hold tight, that's it. Right. Stop the boat! Stop the boat! Stop the boat! We were never asked. Greetings and good wishes from the Erskine Says No campaign. In the years 2023 to 2024, we protested the local Moohoo Hotel being used as a holding pen for asylum seekers and fake refugees, just as you are doing now and as the whole country is now doing. We were the only act of defiance in Scotland at that time, and therefore subject to abuse by paid off, bust-in enemies of the people, as you can see before you at these hotels. Despite constant harassment and doxing, police intimidation, physical assaults by called-in passers-by, and even our own nationalist parties splintering and withdrawing support, and even briefly losing our ground because we were actual native patriots, actual Scots. We fought back and held our ground until the Moohoo Hotel closed, and we got to watch Antifa and other goons drive off in shame and anger. What did we learn? We learned that we should never accept any narrative coming from the enemies of the people Never give in to their terms of abuse, their skewed version of history, or their pathetic view of morality. We, the Scots, did not support the foreign wars of the 20th century and have no responsibility for the refugee flows and no responsibility to accept the whims of capitalism or the depredations of the Israeli and American bombs in the Middle East. These people do not enrich our cultures and they do not make us richer. Our strength comes from within ourselves and our own generations yet to be born, and this country was built only by those Scots who are our forefathers, our kith, our kin. Every day we must give solidarity and loyalty and commitment to your fellow Scots. Courage is infectious. We are delighted that you've taken the step to stand up to this government and all its paid lackeys and offer you brotherhood and partnership and support in your fight. We said no. Erskine says no. The Ballards campaign says no. And we support the people of Falkirk in their struggle to get the Cladhan Hotel closed down. Thank you.
we played together.